Good morning, students. Today we will start with the next topic, revaluation of asset and reassessment of liability. Now let us understand why do we do it. First of all, why do we revalue asset and what is the reassessment of liability? Now you are doing admission of a partner. Let's take an example. A and B are in partnership and sharing ratios, profits in the ratio of 3:2, and on that date when a new partner is being admitted, they will have various assets and liabilities which will be recorded and which will be there in their balance sheet. Say they have a building and its book value is 15 lakh. They have machinery, its book value is 20 lakh, and they have various assets and liabilities which have different book values, and they are recorded there in the balance sheet. Now when a new partner is admitted, now the book values that are there in the books of firm may not be same with the market price. Now the building which is recorded at 30 lakh in books, maybe its market value is 50 lakh. Now if building is that is recorded in books at 30 and its value is 50 lakh, means that the new partner, that the one who is joining the firm, will get the benefit of the building at 50 lakh when this building will be sold in near future. And to whom this value gain belongs to? It belongs to the old partners, not to the new partner, because this is the past profit, and this increase in value of building is a past profit, past gain. So what we do at the time, on the date when we are admitting a new partner, on that day we revalue all our assets. We compare their book values and their market price. Now if there is a difference between the book value and the market price and there is a gain, that gain belongs to the old partner. And in case there is a old loss, that old loss also belongs to the old partners. And reassessment of liability, similarly what we will do, you will reassess your liabilities. Whatever liabilities are recorded at your book value, you will reassess them. If there is an increase in liability, that loss belongs to the old partners. If there is decrease in the liability, that gain belongs to the old partner. So because what we want to do, we want to put our accounts on the terms and at the same market price, so that the new partner who is being admitted, he shares future profits, not the profits of the past, and he becomes a partner in future profit and losses, not in the profit and losses of the past. So what we are trying to do here is, we are trying to bring our assets and liabilities at market value, not at the book value. So all your assets and liabilities will now be recorded at the market price, and any decrease and increase will be adjusted by preparing the revaluation account. So at the time of admission of a partner, all the existing assets and liabilities are revalued and reassessed to find the gain or loss. Now see, if any asset is increasing, means it is your gain. If any liability is decreasing, it is your gain. Say if we had a creditor of 20,000 and we are trying to find him out because we have to give him money, but he is untraceable, you cannot locate him. Now there is a decrease in liability. Now this is your gain, because that 20,000 is your saving now. On the reverse hand, if your asset is decreasing, say the value of your furniture has fallen, or your the value of plant or vehicle has gone down, the asset has decreased, then it's a loss. Or there is an increase in liability, that is also a loss. There is a creditor who had been written off now and he has come up and is asking for money. Now there is an increase in liability. Or there is a liability which was not recorded in books and now it has come into existence, that is also loss. So if any asset is increasing or liability is decreasing, that is your gain. Asset is falling and liability is increasing, that is your loss. So when asset is purchased, if you remember, when asset is increased, asset is purchased. Say you purchase machinery, what was your journal entry? Machine account debit to cash or to bank or to vendor, because asset is increasing. So whenever an asset increases, it is debited. Liability is always has a credit balance. So when it decreases, it is debited. When it increases, it is credited, and vice versa. So these are your journal entries. Now all the increase and decrease, the profit and loss has to go through revaluation account. Now when there is any increase in asset increase hoga, so it will be debited, and your journal entry will be asset account debit to revaluation. So for example, it says your machinery was is in value of your machine is increased by 20,000. So here you will take machine account debit to revaluation. Instead of asset, you will write down the name of that particular asset that is increasing or decreasing. So asset is increasing, asset account debit to revaluation. If liability is decreasing, again it's again liability account debit to revaluation. Asset is falling, then the reverse entry will be there, revaluation to asset, and if liability is increasing, it will be credited, and the effect will go through revaluation account. So it will be revaluation to liability. So these are the 4 journal entry that you have to do whenever there is any increase in asset or decrease in asset, increase in liability or decrease in liability. Even when there is an unrecorded asset, say when we took a round to our store and there was an old furniture, and now that old furniture is valued at 40,000, that you'll be able to sell it off at 40,000. So that is a case of asset increased by 40 because it was at zero value and now its value is considered at 40. So this is increase in your asset. So the entry will be furniture to revaluation. So first of all, you have to do the journal entries, and after doing the journal entry, you will prepare the revaluation account. It's a T-shaped account having two sides. The left side is known as the debit and the other is known as credit. So whenever there is any gain, it will be recorded on the credit side. Now gain is when asset increases and liability decreases, and whenever there is any loss, it will be recorded on the debit all expenses and losses. So debit to asset when it is decreased and liability when it increase. Now what you will do at the end, you will just balance it. If the credit side is higher, it means your old partners have gain, and that gain will be transferred to old partners in which ratio? Their old ratio, because that is the previous loss. All previous profit and losses will be shared in old ratio. So this gain will be shared between A and B in old ratio. If the debit side is higher, it means the firm has a loss. That loss will be given to old partners in their old ratio. Now see, when you were doing and preparing the revaluation account, if say this is example, say your machinery is revalued at means this is the new price of the machine. Say its book value is 50 and now it is revalued at 40. It means there is a decrease of 10,000. So asset is decreases, revaluation to machinery will be your entry. Now if in your question it is given straight away, the value of machinery is increased by 5,000. Increased by 5,000, it itself is the increase. So your amount, you don't have to take out the balance. This increase is already an increase. This is the increase that is given. So your value has increased, so it will be asset account debit to revaluation, amount will be 5,000. So if it is the new value or the market price is given, then you have to find out the difference, and then you have to find out the profit or loss, gain or loss. But if all the straight away increase and decrease is given, then that is the straight away your loss or gain. So that has to be posted and revaluation account has to be prepared. Now what is your task for today? Prepare all the revaluation account by passing the necessary journal entry, and at the end you will pass the journal entry for profit and loss also. The entry for profit will be revaluation account debit to A capital account to B capital account. In case there is a loss, your entry will be A capital account debit, B capital account debit to revaluation. Okay, so just do your questions based on this topic, revaluation of asset and reassessment of liabilities. Thank you, Biche.